First, drop the bottom plate of our paper carrier table to the bottom. Then load the paper. Put the printing products we want to do in the corresponding position. Ascending hanging board can be based on our needs to determine the height, stacked paper height of 800毫米. Now the paper up. Our highest point limit switch to the limit switch will automatically stop with automatic protection. This is a reference grams scale. We left and right of the paper to the left or to the right. This ruler can be referred to for adjustment. It can be compared to give us a machine to adjust the paper left or right for reference. This is our sheet brake electric eye. If we walk the paper under normal production conditions, found that sucking paper, drop paper or broken sheet, our brake sheet electric eye will sense and will alarm. Let us stop, so as to avoid our screen printing wheel. Platform ink printed on the platform. Produce a cleaning work. Turn on the screen. Printing machine power. Ventilate. Adjust the screen printing machine to semi-automatic state. Semi-automatic screen printing machine can be selected according to the type of squeegee, printing stop or back to the ink stop. I will choose the test positioning. And then choose to start running. This paper base position is centered in the center of our platform. If the distance is not in the center, deviation is relatively large. You can adjust our target distance in the operating screen. Here's one of our current positions, where the walking paper lands, and we can adjust whether it's centered near or far. Then click Test Positioning to close it. Back to the origin. Test positioning work on the first sheet. The suction platform of the screen printing machine has 3 micro adjustment handles that it is a device to fine-tune our screen, frame and pattern over printing. Parameter settings for all interfaces, including our suction delay, is a delay on behalf of the suction wind. Downtime is that we get to the target of a pressurized. Pause time we can set up. We can set, for example, we only need 0.3. You can set 0.3 per second. It is completed. Pull gauge delay is we put the paper positioning, pull gauge delay positioning time, suction off delay, paper feed delay, loose paper delay, shaking paper delay, etc. can be flexibly adjusted, and then our pull gauge page. Then we put the gauge page. Pull the gauge stroke maximum is 25毫米. We now set the target position of the pull gauge is 18毫米. On behalf of the distance of our pull gauge, in this position is the distance of the trip, back and forth on behalf of. We are sure to return to the home position for every operation. The pull gauge is a sure way to get back to the origin for every operation. After in place, the pull gauge extends speed, pull gauge return speed, pull gauge acceleration and deceleration time and so on can be set. If you are in the test situation, test without sucking paper, without walking paper, you can open this switch, test the whole machine action. Then we should close this switch during normal production. Then we have to close this switch during normal production. Pressure paper switch can be opened. The production time is to open. Shake the paper switch open. All the platform suction valve, suction paper down cylinder, suction paper vacuum valve, etc. Pointing forward, pointing reverse. Manual can be operated here. Single production action, continuous production action, master point continuous feeding, single feeding switching. Our feeding robot points once back to the origin. Calibrate, and then proceed to the production of large quantities of goods. Equipment startup. You can click our button to start, stop, power, automatic, manual can be switched, but also in our human-machine interface for the operation of the interface. There are also buttons on the actual operating panel below, in order to facilitate our better to manipulate the experience. After we have set all the parameters, we can use a single feed to confirm it, whether our machine is adjusted accurately, and the position we want, such as a single walk paper after confirming OK. Then we can continuously walk paper production. If you need to stop, you can click on the human machine interface of the run button to stop, or you can click on the red button on the operating panel to stop. You can also click the red button on the operation panel to stop. But because this is a habitual action, so our robotic arm is necessary to complete a paper feeding cycle throughout the action, it will stop and stop to pick up the position of our paper. The above is our plain automatic screen printing machine debugging operation of the complete demonstration. Thank you.